Well, Steve, we've been seeing some traffic delays, especially coming over from the Ringling Bridge, and it looks like, you know, it's a nice night, pretty mild out there if you wanted to have dinner outside or take a nice brisk walk.
That's what happens over the holidays. You can see that traffic coming in across the bridge because everybody's down here for the holidays and staying out on Longboat and Lido, where I used to live. Traffic in the 60s and 70s wasn't that bad, but right now it is. Look at the Anna Maria Cam, less crowded conditions, at least on this dock. And look, you can see people paddleboarding by, kayaking by, boating by. What a great day. Where the rest of the country is in a deep chill, we still have some pretty decent weather. Another look at our tower cam showing that traffic coming in from the outer islands, the outer keys. At the airport at 70 degrees. Dew point 61, and those dew points are going to go down into the 50s tonight because north winds are blowing in drier and cooler air, and that is the end of our long spell of above normal weather. 76, you can kind of see that stationary front. Today's high temperature, 76 at Tampa, 80 at Fort Myers, and the difference between the low 70s and the upper 70s is kind of differentiating where that front was, and a little more differentiation between Bradenton and Parrish in the low 70s, and Punta Gorda, which was the warm spot today, 82, at least in our viewing area. And a taste of winter is ahead. Now, it is normal for us to get an occasional taste of winter with temperatures getting down in the 40s and maybe even the 30s sometimes. And we've lucked out for the last couple of years not really getting that, but our luck may be running out. Right now we can see some north winds blowing those cumulus clouds to the south and some rain in the northern parts of Florida, but we will stay dry tonight. There's a little disturbance along that stationary front. You can see it swirling there, a little low forming, bringing showers out over the Atlantic waters again. It's going to stay away from us and we'll be dry tonight. There's an Alberta Clipper, a very fast-moving snowstorm that came out of the Canadian prairies across the Dakotas, now moving over northern Illinois and Indiana tonight. And its circulation has changed the lake effect pattern. Look at this. We actually have the lake effect phenomenon, but it's going all the way up the length of Lake Michigan, hitting the upper peninsula of Michigan from the backside, from the south side, an unusual pattern. And here is that jet stream just parked, just coddling that cold air to the north, but that cold air is eventually going to spill southward. It's not going to stay bottled up there all winter long. We're going to get little doses of it here eventually. It's just impossible for that not to happen. Toronto, 8 right now, 13 in Chicago, 34 at Memphis. Now let's look at what might happen. Two long-range models are indicating over the next 7 days that cold air to spread deeper south, deeper south, deeper south, and eventually reaching Florida in about a week's time. These temperatures are for 7 a.m. next Friday, January 5th, showing temperatures in the 30s. Another model shows it in the low 40s. Another model shows it in the upper 20s to low 30s. So we're way out there. We'll follow the progress of that over the next week. Here are weather headlines. We will have a slow cooling trend through the weekend into the new year, and a bit milder for this weekend, though. Still going to be decent. New Year's Day may be wet. New Year's Eve hopefully will be dry, but it's going to be close right at midnight. Here's the overnight forecast for the next 48 hours, showing that stationary front moving southward, high pressure giving us dry air from the north, and we will stay fair to partly cloudy. And here comes the cold front for New Year's Eve. Now here's our 7-day outlook showing that we will, over the next few days, cool off into the weekend. New Year's Eve, 71 for the high temperature, and that front coming through at some point overnight into Monday will increase our rain chance and bring a 40% chance on Tuesday, and then cooler weather as we move into the first few days of 2018 and maybe go back to the 30s come next Thursday.